Hello everyone and welcome to this first module with me. In this module, I'll explain what Whop is for, how to use it, and how to log in, because there are a few small steps to follow. It's not necessarily very complicated, but it's important to do them. Because if you don't do them, you simply won't be able to upload your videos and you won't be able to get paid. So Whop is very simple. It's the platform through which you'll be paid. So as soon as you post a video, you'll upload it to Whop, and actually Whop will then keep track of the views your video gets as time goes on. So for example, if your video gets 1,000 views, you'll earn €1. If it gets 500 views, you'll earn 50 cents. And if it gets more, the views will be counted as they come in, and you'll be paid as your video gets more views over time. So how does it work? Well, first we're going to log into the platform. So for you, I've created an account just for this purpose. Well, actually, I'm going to create an account with you just for this. We're really going to go through all the important steps for creating a Whop account. So what I'm going to do is use my email address. This is an email address I've never used on Whop before, so I'm going to log in directly with it. And now it asks me for the code, so I copy the code, paste it here, and now for the first name, let's put Gutons. Next, we click next, just putting in whatever for the next steps, it doesn't really matter. Then okay, and for the image, I'm just going to pick one at random, obviously, and start. Sound on or not interested. I could have actually selected it. Oh right, I should have. Maybe don't fill that in, Ralala. It's asking me 50 questions. Just select not interested. It'll save you a few questions. So there you go. Now you have a profile that's all set up here, and we're going to look at several things together. So first, we're going to look at payments, how to handle payments. So to keep it simple, let's say you post a video, you'll get paid within about a week. So I'm going to show you all of that. And then I'll also show you how the pool works and how to access the pool, because that's important. Otherwise, you won't get paid for your videos again. When you arrive on your profile, the very first important step is to connect your accounts. TikTok, because if you don't connect your accounts, when you publish videos, you'll always get error messages. And that's the first problem you might run into, so to avoid that, connect your accounts. The only thing you'll need to do is put a small code in your bio so that Whop can verify that it's really your profile. Why do they do that? Because if it's not actually your profile, and I don't know, let's say someone posts a video related to Blow Up, you take the link, you rush through all that, and then you upload it to Whop, and as a result, you get all the money. Well, that would be a bit weird because it wouldn't be your video. That's why they ask for verification, because it has to be your account and your own videos. Okay, so the first thing to do is to log into your TikTok account. So that's the starting point. So I logged into a TikTok account that I've never used with Whop before, obviously. Next, you'll take the URL of your profile and then go to profile here. You'll go to edit profile, and here we're going to focus first on this initial step, which is connecting your accounts. So here you can connect your TikTok account, your Instagram account, and your YouTube account. We're going to work with these three platforms. Of course, you can connect more accounts, you see. There's Discord, there's Telegram, and there are even more options. But we're going to focus on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok because, in fact, those are the three platforms we allow. Of course, just a quick side note, but if you post on Facebook and get good results, we'll always value that and give you extra bonuses as well. It won't count on Whop, but it will be considered as bonuses, so if you want to do it, you can. You're free to do so. And on top of that, I'll explain to you later the cross-posting feature offered by Blow Up. And actually, as soon as you post on TikTok, it will automatically publish on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. So Facebook is optional as a result. But if you want to get bonuses and potentially earn more money from your videos without putting in much more effort, in fact, without any effort at all, since there's the cross-posting feature on Blow Up, well, you're completely free to do so. And then if you get good stats, well, you'll get bonuses. In any case, the platforms that are tracked on Whop are Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok for us. So I'm going to show you the example with TikTok. Why only with TikTok? Because I think that once I've shown you with TikTok, you'll know how to do it with Instagram and YouTube as well. I don't really need to show you this as well, but basically we're going to take the link here, copy it here, and click add. Then it's going to take a little while. Okay, it gives you a code, you see. There we copy it, edit the profile. There we go, we paste the code here. So now normally the code is correctly in the bio. I checked. Okay, that's good, we can see it. Perfect. So we're going to go back to Whop and click verify. And there you go. Well, actually, when you see this and it shows your account name and connected, that means it's all good. And so you do the same for Instagram and for YouTube. And once you've done that, you're all set for this step. Okay, next. So in messages here, you'll see every payment you receive appear. So every time you get paid, you'll be notified by message. You'll get a little message saying Enzo Diju has paid you. That's it. So in profile, the second thing I wanted to show you was the payments. So what I really recommend you do is connect these accounts. Do it on a computer. It's so much easier, honestly. And also for receiving payments. Whenever you want, you can transfer your money. I really recommend doing it on a computer. It's so much simpler. For example, you go here to menu, then balance, and then here, well, you'll see your available balance. So obviously this is a different account for me, so I don't have any available balance. But that's where you'll see everything actually, and you'll also see all the withdrawals you've made. I'll explain a little bit more when I'm on my main account. Regarding connecting your accounts, why do I really recommend doing it on a computer rather than on your phone? It's because even, well, on iPhone, it's possible, but it's a hassle. But on Samsung, it seems to me that it's actually impossible to do it. I tried with people I was helping to connect who didn't necessarily have a computer, and they couldn't do it because I think that feature just doesn't exist. I even checked on my iPhone and I couldn't find it, so that's why I'm telling you, don't bother, just do all this on a computer. It'll be so much easier and you'll get it done quickly. So on top of that, so it'll be simpler. Next, to join the pool group, that's also very, very simple. You'll be given a link, you can click on it and that will let you join. Well, it won't join you automatically, but you need to join yourself. So this pool here, blow up access. So join for free and then it will validate and you'll join the pool. Perfect. So here you'll see several pools, Blue App Fastcam, Blue App Clipper, Blue App Clipper. But what we're interested in is Blue App Fastcam, of course. So there are several things to understand. First, the reward, $1 for every 1,000 views. That's the reward we've offered you. The platforms are Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Those are the 3 platforms where you can post. It will be counted for all 3. You will need to put the Instagram link in Whop, the TikTok link in Whop, and the YouTube link in Whop. I'll show you how to do that. Next, regarding the amount paid out, it's the total pool. Currently, $2,724 have been paid out of $2,976 available. So, either the pool is increased, that is, more money is added to it, or at some point the pool is finished. In that case, we move on to a new pool. When the pool is finished, the videos posted in it no longer count. Well, it's not that they don't count anymore, but rather that they won't be paid anymore. Because the pool is finished and the money spent in the pool is gone. But after that, new pools are usually created, so don't worry. In general, pools last between 2 weeks and a month, sometimes even longer in fact. So you have plenty of time for your videos to take off. Your videos have more than enough time to gain traction. Because I've had people ask me if, for example, the video was paid for 24 hours, for a week, or for a month, and so on. Well, it depends on the pool, and it also depends on how quickly you use up the money. But overall, generally, it lasts between 2 weeks and a month. And after that, you either create a new pool or add more money to it when it's empty. Now, about publishing the videos. So here you see, I'm going to show you on this platform because I really recommend you do it on this one. It's easier because as soon as you publish, you just have to copy the link. Then for that, you see, you click on the pool here, then you hit submit. Actually, you really need to do it right when you publish your TikTok video because that's when the views start counting. Only from the moment it's on Whop, you see. Basically, as soon as you publish it, when you put it on Whop, the views are counted right away. Whereas if it already has 1,000 views and then you put it on Whop, those 1,000 views, you see, they won't be counted in it. And then you put the link to your video, you upload the video from your phone, you see. Next, you hit submit and that's it. Here, these are all the videos pending approval. And so as a result, you can see here, it's pending, it's not approved yet. Well, I could approve it myself, but I know Robin likes to check them, so I let him approve it. And then once they're approved, you'll see a little green thing like this. Otherwise, before that, it'll be marked as pending. Afterwards, once it's approved, you'll have a green mark. And then you'll get paid as you go, you see. And that's it. But he approves all of them. And anyway, he'll give feedback during the calls and everything. It's much simpler than on a computer. So for that, I recommend you download the group app, which is available everywhere. Yeah, the maximum payment. So that's important. If you ever have a video that gets 400,000 views, it will be paid 400 euros, but if it gets more views, it will not be paid more, at least not on this Whop pool. So generally, Robo will give you bonuses depending on how the video performs. If it gets 1 million views, for example, you'll get bonuses for that video, that's for sure. So regarding the conditions, well, it's very simple. Anyway, you can watch the example videos made by the creators, but basically, you need to mention and show the Blow Up app within the first 20 seconds. It's very, very important that when you talk about the app, you include the app's mockup. So The mock-up is the logo that appears right here or right here. I don't know, I wanted to show it to you. Anyway, I'll put it in. But it's very important. Why? Because, well, that's what will make people want to download it and encourage them to do so. You absolutely have to include it. When you talk about blow up, it can last 3 seconds, it can last 5 seconds, but it's important to include it. Then, well, obviously you need to talk about blow up within the first 20 seconds because after all, that's kind of the point of the video. So yeah, that's normal. And anyway, normally your video is about virality, like on TikTok or whatever, right? So in any case, you shouldn't have any trouble doing it, really. The creator has to show their face, yes. So for the main group, face cam is indeed mandatory to show your face. The other groups are for creators who don't want to show their face, but those groups have lower earnings. The video has to make people want to download the app. Well, yes, obviously. I hope you'll make videos that actually make people want to download the app. That's why often we also explain the feature. Specifically, you click on Share More and then Analyze with Blew Up, and we explain this feature while showing it. And that makes people want to try it out right away. So regarding that, I think I've covered everything for that. Next, now I'm going to show you on my own dashboard what it looks like so you can understand how to track your videos, how to see what amount has been paid and what amount is left to be paid. Because like, in fact, since it's a payment that's really made gradually, you need to understand that. Because for example, there was a creator yesterday who got 220,000 views on their video and they had maybe been paid $149. Then they said to me, but that's strange, why have I only been paid $149 and that's it? Will I be paid more? I told them, well, yes. Actually, it's just that the payments are made gradually as you go. And at the moment when Enzo paid you, it was probably because your video had reached a certain number of views. So he paid for the number of views that had been counted at that time. But the video itself will actually be paid out gradually as it goes. And you don't need to worry about that because, and you can actually track this, I'll show you just after. But you don't need to worry because in fact it's completely normal that your video isn't paid all at once like that, since it happens little by little as the views increase. That's it for that. I'm going to show you an example from an old pool I participated in. So here you'll be able to see your submissions, meaning the videos you've posted. And so here, for example, I had posted 55 of them. And every time you post one anyway, it will increase, you'll see. And so you can click on it, and from there, you'll be able to see the total number of views you've gotten. It's sorted by number of views, and you'll be able to see all the posts you've published. So first of all, I'm going to show you what it looks like, for example, on a post. So you click on one of the posts, it doesn't matter which one, there you go. And here you have the number of views generated, the amount that has been paid to you, so basically what you've earned, and the payment that's pending. So here, well, okay, the chicken one is finished. There was still 1 cent left to be paid to me. It's not a big deal. There you go. But overall, in any case, there you have it. You have absolutely all the information about. On Whop, you have absolutely everything you need to track your videos, to see how they're doing, how much you've been paid for each video, and what you still have left to be paid, quite simply. That's it for this information, so that's very important. And you can also, of course, sort your videos. So that means when you post a video, if you're not sure it's gone through, actually you can sort, you can set the status. And actually when you post your video directly, it won't be approved right away. Robin will have to review it, watch the video, because they check every video. Every time one is posted, they watch it. But don't worry about it. You know, 99% of videos are accepted. There's never been a problem with that. Unless you really don't follow the guidelines at all. And I don't know, you make a video that's completely off topic. If there's ever something wrong with your video, we'll let you know and you can fix it for the next ones. But generally, we're pretty flexible about that anyway. So if you've made a good video that makes people want to download the app and you've done your best, we'll pay you for it. Even if there's a tiny issue, well, we'll just let you know so you can fix it next time, but that's it. Your videos will always be accepted even if you don't meet every single requirement. And the conditions aren't that strict either, considering that you really are very, very free to create the content you want. So next, if you go to current budget, that's how your video will appear at the very beginning. At the very beginning, well, it won't be accepted yet, and it will show up as pending decision. So basically that means you have to wait before it's accepted. So pending decision, that means Robin hasn't watched it yet, and he hasn't accepted it yet. So for now, it hasn't been paid yet. Next, if it ever gets flagged, don't worry. It's just that your video was edited too quickly, and as a result, Whop flags it. But there's no problem with that. All flagged videos, we accept them. There's no issue. Well, unless there's a real problem. Like if we see something that's really weird, but I don't know, for example, if a huge number of views suddenly appears, because there are some people on Whop. I know that in certain campaigns, some cheat with the view count. But anyway, it's something that gets noticed very quickly. And in any case, if your video is normal, if its growth curve is normal too, but it just got a lot of views, then that's great for that video. Honestly, if you have a video to report, that's great for you. It means it's really taking off. And that's it. So don't worry, it will be accepted. Then if it gets rejected, well, it just didn't work out. And in that case, you'll need to try again. That's important because, well, if it's rejected, we just won't accept it. And if it's approved, it means Robin has approved it, so payments will start coming in for it, and you can start monitoring the payments on it, or see what has already been paid and what still needs to be paid, all that. So that's it for that. Regarding the cross-posting feature, I don't think I mentioned that, but you'll get pro access if you're a creator. So basically just ask me, connect your email to Blow Up. Then once you've connected your email to Blow Up, just send me your email. And so I'll give you pro access. We offer pro access to our creators. So you'll then be able to use this cross-posting feature, which is very useful. And there's one last thing I wanted to show, which is also important. It's about payment, how it works. So as I mentioned, you will get paid. As the video gains more views, you'll receive a little message in. There you go, it's right here. You'll get a little message from Enzo letting you know that you've been paid. So that's it, you'll receive little messages like that. Then here you can see the available amount in your balance. So actually, as soon as you're paid, you won't be able to withdraw immediately. For example, here you have pending balance. So that's the balance you can actually withdraw. And the total balance overview is the money that's available but hasn't yet been validated by the group. That means it's coming soon but hasn't arrived yet. And so it also seems that you can withdraw starting from 10 euros and 17 cents. Yeah, that's right, it's written there. Also, very important, most of the campaigns are in dollars. So be careful. Here you have this little toggle. You can choose either low or low. So if you see 0 euros here, for example, that's normal. It's because you're being paid in dollars. It will depend on the campaigns, but most of the time it's in dollars. That's all the information. I think I've really covered everything this time, and I don't think I forgot anything. So there you go. Let's get started. Let's go. We're moving on to module 2, where I'll explain how you can make a video that really takes off.